Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cooper Rush's heartfelt 8-word message ahead of free agency. It's going to be a very interesting offseason for Cooper Rush. After spending the first 8 years of his career with the Dallas Cowboys, his future now hangs in the balance as the former Central Michigan standout enters free agency in the offseason. At this point, it remains to be seen if the Cowboys will offer a contract extension to Rush, who stepped in to replace Dak Prescott after Dallas QB1 suffered a season-ending hamstring injury in Week 9. Amid all the uncertainty, however, Rush remains very thankful after a memorable campaign. Thanks to everyone for an unforgettable year 8, Rush posted on Instagram on Wednesday, sharing photos of his favorite moments from the season. Rush went 4-4 in his 8 starts after Prescott's injury. In 12 games played this season, the 31-year-old QB logged 187 of 308 completed passes, 60.7%, for 1,844 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Whether or not this is enough to earn him an extension offer from the front office remains to be seen. It is worth noting that Rush lost out on potentially earning $250,000 on the final day of the season. This is after the Cowboys decided to start Trey Lance in their season finale against the Washington Commanders on Sunday. Rush did not see any action in the game, which led to him failing to hit the target incentive of playing 55% of the team's snaps in 2024. Rush ended the season playing 52.5% of the Cowboys' offensive snaps, missing out on a potential $250,000 bonus. Micah Parsons gets support from unexpected analyst amid criticism for bold prediction. While the 2024 NFL season played out far differently than the Dallas Cowboys had hoped, one thing remained the same. Micah Parsons received his 4th consecutive Pro Bowl nod, and the 25-year-old star remains as optimistic as ever about the team's future. The Cowboys' Week 18 loss to the Washington Commanders wrapped up their season with a 7-10 record and many unanswered questions heading into the offseason. Head coach Mike McCarthy's future remains in limbo, quarterback Dak Prescott is coming off a season-ending injury, and the offense lacked the firepower in 2024 that fans had become almost accustomed to seeing. So, what's in store for the Cowboys in 2025? According to Parsons, a Super Bowl victory. Parsons went viral this week for proclaiming on his podcast The Edge that the Cowboys would be holding the trophy next season. While this led to plenty of criticism and gave TV personalities plenty to talk about, one noteworthy response came on FS1's First Things First from Chris Broussard. Broussard laughed off the comments while saying the Cowboys are so SBOB, Super Bowl or bust, that they're irrational. His comments weren't overly surprising, but the response from longtime host Nick Wright grabbed some attention. Wright backed Parsons for making the comments and stated that this is the one time a year when Super Bowl proclamations should be made. It's a fair point from Wright, and Parsons' optimism about next season is the mindset players should have. Even still, Wright, who never shies away from making bold statements or predictions, may not get buy-in from many NFL fans for this opinion, but he's also not wrong. Jerry Jones' pride has stolen far more from the Cowboys than his wallet could ever them, yet his latest act of defiance could be the 82-year-old megalomaniac's Mona Lisa. Less than 2 full days after claiming he was fine with other organizations interviewing Mike McCarthy for a job, Jones reversed course and denied the Chicago Bears' request to sit down with the Super Bowl-winning head coach. Not only has Jones refused to offer McCarthy an extension as his contract is set to expire on January 14, but he's once again proven himself to be woefully incapable of handling the most important negotiations that an NFL team needs to make. Either Jones wants to offer McCarthy an extension with the Cowboys or he's too proud to hand a subordinate any leverage. No matter how you look at it, this is an inexcusable decision. Cowboys have cleared WR trade opportunity after shocking GM firing. It's an early offseason for the Dallas Cowboys, who missed the playoffs for the first time in 4 years after going 7-10 during the 2024 NFL regular season. Owner/general manager Jerry Jones will have a lot of work to do this offseason if he wants to rework the Cowboys into Super Bowl contenders. There are several pressing needs across the roster that must be addressed in the coming months, especially when it pertains to the wide receiver room. Although finding impactful wideouts can be difficult, the Cowboys have the perfect opportunity to target two playmakers following the latest news coming out of the AFC South. On Tuesday, the Tennessee Titans announced that they have fired general manager Ran Carthon. With a new management group potentially wanting to shake up the roster, the Cowboys shouldn't waste time in calling the Titans about wide receivers Treylon Burks and Calvin Ridley. Burks, 24, is a once promising WR prospect who desperately needs a change in scenery. Although the former 2022 first-rounder oozed potential ahead of his NFL career, he struggled to reach his ceiling because of a nagging injury history. Burks has only played in 27 games throughout the last 3 seasons, which includes being limited to 5 appearances in 2024. If he remains healthy, Burks could unlock his potential alongside Dak Prescott. The Cowboys franchise QB has one of the best arms in the NFL and is capable of taking advantage of the 6'2", 225-pound receiver's frame. Targeting Burks also works with Jones' hesitance to break the bank in the offseason. The former Arkansas product carries a digestible $4.5 million cap hit for the 2025 season, and the fact that he's still on his rookie contract means his 5th-year option is still available for the 2026 year. The Cowboys are projected to only have about $15.1 million in cap space this offseason, per Spotrac. If that changes and Jones frees up space, the team could also make a play for Ridley and his $28 million cap hit, as well. With Brandon Cooks set to hit free agency, Ridley could be the perfect WR2 to play adjacent to CeeDee Lamb. The ex-Alabama playmaker has amassed 388 receptions for 5,375 yards and 40 TDs in 83 career games, and just accumulated another impressive 64-1, 017-4 stat line with the Titans in 2024. Although acquiring him won't be easy, Ridley's well worth the effort considering how he's hit the 1,000-yard mark in 3 of his last 4 campaigns. That's the type of difference-maker the Cowboys need after Lamb and Jalen Tolbert were the only players to surpass the 500-yard mark this season. Ridley and Burks are both talented in their respective rights, meaning NFL teams could soon blow up the Titans' phone if either is remotely available. If that's the case, the Cowboys cannot waste any time in a potential pursuit. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Calvin Ridley? Leave your opinion in the comments.